Hi dear students, today I'm going to continue for lesson 4 and I will cover pages between 94 to 99. Today I would like to talk about chemical reactions, which is mainly divided to four big group: synthesis, combustion, displacement reaction, and decomposition. Displacement reaction can be divided to two groups: is a single displacement or double displacement. Double displacement also can be divided to two group here, divided to acid base neutralization or ionic precipitation. I start with synthesis, reaction between two or more substances together to form just one product. For example, if you want to synthesize the iron to sulfide, you need to combine iron and sulfur together, right? So you have two or more reactants to combine or mix together to create a new substance, which is its product. Mainly synthesis reaction can be divided two group. Either they are uh, exothermic or endothermic. Exothermic is that synthesis reaction which the reaction is releases energy. Okay, the reaction which releases energy, like here, synthesis of iron sulfide. This reaction is the type of synthesis reaction which releases energy in form of heat, light, or whatever. Endothermic reaction is a type of synthesis reaction which absorb energy, get energy from environment, from the solution or environment. Like photosynthesis reaction. Photosynthesis reaction is a type of synthesis reaction which absorb energy. Like here, at the green leaf of plants, there is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is one fragment of cell which can absorb energy from sun. Then after that, carbon dioxide and water can be combined together with the energy which absorbed by chlorophyll. They all together can make sugar or glucose, and the water and oxygen which can run away, can release from the leaf. The next one is combustion, and the reaction of a substance which can react with the oxygen and release energy. The energy which you can get heat from any combustion or light is a type of form of energies. And this type of reaction is exothermic because obviously they produce energy, produce heat, produce light, so it's exothermic. That means energy release. Like combustion of methane or any other fuels which react with the oxygen in the air, and they can produce carbon dioxide and water. If this type of reaction produce flame, we call burning. Okay, when the combustion is burning is type of the burning, the time when they produce flame. Okay, the another one, the combustion of glucose in our body in when we eat a food. Okay, when we eat the food, our body or our cell absorb the glucose from the food, then digest. The inside of the cell, the glucose can break down and produce energy. Energy can release here. This is the combustion of the glucose, which glucose can react with the oxygen, is a type of combustion reaction. Okay, this one is a type of combustion, but here we call respiration. Okay, that means the cell is respiring. Okay, this is in this case here we call respiration, which can produce carbon dioxide and water, same as here. Okay, but the difference is this happen in our body, our cell. The name is different. We call respiration. Okay, combustion. This type of reaction, either they can get react with the oxygen, then finally the substance can increase the oxygen in their structure. If combustion reaction has no flame, not produce flame. If the produce flame, we call burning. If they has no produce flame, or it's not very exothermic, that means not very producing energy, we call oxidation. Okay, oxidation, they react which gain oxygen, called oxidize. Here for example, copper oxidize with oxygen because it get oxygen, and then finally the oxygen in its structure increase. In contrast, okay, on the other side, the combustion reaction which lose oxygen, okay, which loses oxygen or gain hydrogen, no different. Either they gains hydrogen or loses oxygen. We call reduction. Okay, the reactants is here, which loses oxygen. We call reduced. This is here copper oxide is a reduced substance because here it loses oxygen or get hydrogen, same. Okay, here actually copper loses oxygen because it convert to the copper, just copper metal without any other atoms, right? So this is two opposite, just keep in your mind, this is two opposite definition: oxidation, reduction. These are completely opposite side. Some reactions involve both oxidation and reduction. Okay, in this case we call redox or oxidation reduction reaction or redox. Okay, for example, this is the last example I show you, like copper oxide if react with the hydrogen gas. The blue line is a removal of the oxygen. The copper loses oxygen, so here is reduction. And the red line, as you can see, the hydrogen gas can get oxygen. So this is addition oxygen. That means oxidation. Another example is here. The blue line, ferric oxide. Okay, is remove oxygen, that means reduction, and the hydrogen gas gets oxygen and hydrogen gets convert to the water, so this is oxidation. This type of reaction which has both reduction and oxidation we call redox. Then later we will study more about the redox. Okay, these two reactions are happening at the same and together, at the same time together. They are rely on each others. Okay. Another big group of reaction is displacement. Displacement reaction is a type of chemical reaction which um, one more reactive elements can display with the another less reactive elements. How? Here, in single displacement, for example, element of A has, for example, has more reactivity and can replace with the B, and finally A and C can have make another compound, and the B can be alone. One example here from this type of reaction, zinc has more reactivity compared to copper. So finally, after the reaction, zinc can replace with copper, and finally we have zinc sulfates. Okay, here there is one experiment. You can see the zinc metal, and after reaction, as you can see, copper sulfate is a form of solution, an aqueous solution. So after that, the color change because zinc can replace with copper in solution, in aqueous solution. Another type of displacement reaction is double displacement reaction. That means two parts of one compound can replace with each other. Then finally, here for example, A replaced with B, and we have AC, and B replaced with A, and finally we have BD in as a product. Double displacements also can be divided to main group, to another group, neutralization, and precipitation. So neutralization means when we have a very strong acid, and if it reacts with a base, or we call alkaline solution, so the base and acids can react to each other and to make form of the water and salt. Okay, the products can be salt and water. Precipitation is when you have two soluble reactants, when they react to each other, and then finally you have a very form of insoluble salt. Insoluble salt is a form of solid which you can extract from the solution. The another products could be water or other aqueous solution. In Here also it is important, insoluble salt which you can find them in the bottom of your dish in laboratory is precipitate. Okay, like here I can show you here. Yeah, this is can be a form of precipitate, is form of solid. Another kind of chemical reaction is decomposition. Decomposition is opposite side of synthesis. In synthesis, you have two or few reactants to get one product. You mix to each other, but decomposition, you have one product which break down to two or many productions. Okay, products. As we can see the definition, they have only one reactant, like here mercury 2 oxide, which break down and to give two or more simpler products. Decomposition also can be divided two groups: thermal decomposition or photodecomposition. Thermal decomposition is caused by heat energy. When you give heat to the reaction, and they break down to the two or few reactants, few products. And or instead of heat, you can give light. You can give light as an energy. Like here you have silver chloride. If you give light, then silver can break down from the chlorine and they produce two simpler products. This is the lesson for today. Today we don't have a question. I will give you later, and just you need to leave a comment done as your attendance. I will check your profile on Google Classroom. Please leave a comment done. That I will make sure that you watch this video, and this could be considered as your attendance. Thank you so much. Wish you are studying well.